Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to more of just a discussion video than something I just wanted to touch base on because I have seen a lot of the Destiny community and especially content creation community making a lot of videos just about how they're feeling, what they're looking forward to, if they have any desire to continue playing Destiny. Some content creators are transferring over to Warframe and First Descendant and a bunch of other games that have grabbed their attention for now with everything going on with Bungie and with Destiny. But I just wanted to kind of touch base with myself as well, kind of give my stance on where things are, where content will be going from here forward, and just kind of what the plan seems to be, touch on some of my previous content, and the kind of swap over to the Destiny content, and how that happened, and also how I feel about that moving forward. So, first and foremost, just to get it out of the way and kind of put my stance at the forefront of how I'm feeling and what my plans are. I don't plan on stopping Destiny content, even though I am much smaller of a creator in the space, especially when talking about lore and just the theories that I might have and things that I've noticed. I'm definitely not on the level of like a Bife or, an unknown player or a Vase or anything like that. But I do still love talking about the lore. It grabs my attention. The, writing of the lore has been very good, very intricate. Things always seem to tie into each other, and unraveling those knots within the lore is always a grand feeling once you get down to the bottom of what's occurring before it's actually thrown at us and just flat out revealed. Finding out that Maya was possibly the conductor far, far before we even came into Echoes, with any kind of knowledge or provided any kind of knowledge was such a great feeling for me, knowing that my prior knowledge and everything was spot on enough to really carry over and then let me figure out kind of the mystery before we ever got to the answer. But with moving forward, I know a lot of people, including myself, I will be one of the first ones to tell you that my biggest complaint right now between the episodes and everything is the acts. The downtime we have between acts is, in my opinion, far, far too long. The fact that the story beat will end and then there are 3 to 4 weeks where we just kind of have to grind stuff and just kind of have to do whatever is kind of driving me to play other games in between, which is also a good thing. It's giving me a break from Destiny every so often, so that I'm not spending all of my time like I used to, just randomly just beating my head against raids, dungeons, whatever. Don't get me wrong, I still love doing that. I'm still hoping one day to kind of create my own group that every time new stuff is out, we can just jump in and do it. So I'm still looking forward to doing that. But these breaks between story beats just aren't it. The only thing I've been logging on Destiny to do is, like you even see in the B-roll here, is hop on to grind Dual Destiny or get more class items because I want to try out a specific build, but it requires me to have the Cert perk. I have not gotten the Cert perk this whole time. I'm tempted to just kind of wait until this Tuesday rolls around and just use the attunement, which this video will come out after that's available, just to make sure I can get it. But it kind of sucks that I feel like, it's just a time sink and there's not really any meaning to it. And don't get me wrong, like First Descendant, it was great for the time being. I really enjoyed it, put some money into it, put a lot of hours into it. I think I put already over 100 hours into it within the first couple of weeks with my girlfriend. But that's really all we log on to Destiny for right now, is either helping friends through stuff, kind of upping our power level for now, but mainly it's just, I have some leftover stuff that I haven't gotten yet that I want to spend some time grinding every so often. But in terms of that as well, do I have hope for the future of Destiny? And at least for the time being, yes. I feel kind of obligated to put my faith in the remaining dev team, even though, we have lost quite a chunk of them. We've lost about 500 of the developers that have made the game as great as it is and also made Final Shape as great as it is. And I still don't agree with having the success of Final Shape and the people who put the time and effort into making sure it was a great expansion and then firing those people. Like I don't understand the logic behind it, but I do have to trust the devs that are still there. They have given us their confidence in Tyson to lead the game into a good direction. And so at the moment, my stance is that I will give Destiny my hope and my continued playtime and attention, just to put my faith in Tyson just as the devs have. Some of you may disagree with that stance, and that's fine. I have not been a Destiny player for the entire 10 years, and definitely not for as long as some of you have. I only started playing in Season of Plunder, so it has only been about 2 or 3 years for myself of playing this game, but I have enjoyed pretty much every second of it. I still come back to this game, even though I take a break for a while. It is so refreshing to come back and play Destiny. It's nice to hop back into dungeons with friends and just kind of try and take them through things they haven't completed yet. We've even set some plans to help someone who went through Final Shape with us just earn more gear, experience some more of the higher end content like dungeons and things like that. And it's, that's always fun. It's always nice to see other people experience kind of the magic of the game. Now, am I scared that Destiny may hit a wall at some point? Obviously, I think all of us are, and I think that's why a lot of the content creators are starting to shift their focus. But at the same time, I don't feel like any kind of game can last forever in the same limelight as it always has. And I feel like that's kind of a flaw of the Destiny community, is we do hold things like Final Shape, King's Fall, Forsaken in a very high light, and we want Destiny to always be in that light, as anyone would, but it's not going to happen that way. Destiny is never going to be able to maintain that high all of the time. So, with what I saw from, Luke in the video, and just kind of what happened after that, I still have my hope in the game. I still have my confidence in the developers and in Tyson. We talk about how losing Luke and Mark are such a big hit to Destiny's shepherds and, face of the game, but Tyson is also just one of those veterans that people trust. So with him at the helm, if they trust him, I feel like I have the privilege of putting the same trust in him that the devs do, and to just kind of run face forward with him. Now, with the updates around the content stuff, some of you may notice, and some of you may have been around and been subscribers since that, but with checking on my channel, you'll probably see that, I used to upload Overwatch content quite frequently, just posting fun games we had playing and just kind of any kind of interesting scenarios or clips and stuff like that. And you've probably noticed that I've moved very far away from that. And the reason being is, one, I enjoy Destiny so much more, and talking about Destiny lore gets me so excited, and trying to help people connect the dots or help them understand things that are being thrown at them but they don't have the prior knowledge or the context. I just love being in that position where I'm just kind of the librarian. I am the person who has all of this locked away, has spent the time to deeply read into this and make sure I make those connections, and I can continually make those connections throughout the lore. And, some things will surprise me and I'll jump back. Like, one of the things I enjoyed talking about recently with someone was the fact that Revision Zero as an exotic is still wildly unknown to us. We just know that it was made from the K1, vault. It was made from the darkness artifact within that, but we don't even know what that artifact is. It's still so much up in the air that we don't know about the weapon. That's exciting to possibly learn more about later. And also the fact that we don't know what happened with Kintark 3, because when that happened, we know that the Guardian that was left over, their memory was wiped and their ghost's voice was stripped from them. So the ghost could not even tell them what happened because they can no longer speak. they can only nod, they can float around, but that was because of the witness. The same thing we experienced in the Black Garden, seeing our own face and our own person speaking to us, is exactly what happened to that Guardian on Kintark 3, where they accepted salvation. And what was their salvation? The witness ripping their memories from them, ripping all of the pain from them, and essentially restarting their life. But with that, they also stole the ghost's voice so that the ghost could not implant those memories again, could not tell them what their name was, could not tell them who their friends were, who their chosen family was. But stuff like that just gets me excited to bring people through that, because that way they don't have to read every page that I do. And that kind of enjoyment and excitement is in stark contrast to my enjoyment with Overwatch. My enjoyment with Overwatch has declined and declined and declined over the years. The dev decisions from Blizzard are awful. The toxicity has bled its way all the way into the reporting system, where people have flat out responded to some of the forum posts I've made about the state of the game, just straight up admitting that they're abusing the report system to get people banned because they know that it's not overseen. It is just a system where once you have a certain amount of unique reports on your account, you receive a suspension or a ban. There's no person behind it making sure that people aren't being abused in this way. And so it's really just a game that you feel abused by the other players, whether it's being focused, spawn camped, or overall just abused in chat, being called racist, whatever phobic terms, and I'll put an example on screen just of how bad this stuff gets. And the example I'm putting on screen here, I also tweeted about. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, I would appreciate you following me there as well, just to keep up with, random little things I post there. But that screenshot, like pair of screenshots you're seeing, are from the very beginning of the game. The game has not started, and people are saying shit like that in all chat. And personally, I don't find this funny. This doesn't make me chuckle. If anything, if you go back to that stream, which should still be available in terms of a VOD, I'm just angry. And I even posted a TikTok about it too, where you can hear my reaction, where it's like, I'm just upset because people like myself who will respond to the hate and the racist remarks and, all sorts of awful remarks to myself, when I respond in any kind of mild way to them, I'm the one who will get muted. I received a 2-week suspension for responding to people who started trash talking and insulting me first. And so when that happens, it really does feel like you're just being abused from both ends of the game. You're being abused by the users, and then when you try and do the right thing, you're being abused by the devs. And it's just, they don't care. You'll get the same response all the time that, like, it's just an AI response of them being like, oh, this was valid, blah, 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 we won't tell you why. And so, I really play it on a stream every now and again because I do, at some points, have an itch to play the game, because it does do a hero shooter very well. My girlfriend loves the game, she enjoys the game, she plays it far more than I do, and so I want to be able to play a game that she enjoys. But the thing that really frustrated me about it and really caused me to stop wanting to make content on it is we're angry 90% of the time. We are upset 90% of the time. There are very few times where we do have fun, we do enjoy it, but just the constant abuse and the constant bad decisions of overpowered characters and buffing characters that are an annoyance, like being able to see that, like, I hate Sombra players and Mei players. I just hate the characters. A character that takes away your abilities in a hero shooter makes zero sense to me to have that kind of character in the game. And then Mei is just playing MS Paint. There's no skill to that character, but she does so much damage that it's like egregious. There's no reason for a character like that to be as good as they are, in my opinion. But the fact that I'm even seeing Sombra players start to make forum posts and talk about how annoyed and how much they're not enjoying the game even after their character was buffed, because they are seeing this character in 85% plus of their games, shows that this character is a problem. This one piece of the game is a problem even to the people who enjoy playing the character. And so that is why I really shifted hard away from Overwatch, because I just didn't enjoy it. So I didn't enjoy making content on it. It bored me. It was just really upsetting, and also it wasn't good for my mental health just playing the game that I don't like and being upset all the time. It was just that I didn't want to tie myself to that content, because then I would just be mad all the time. And some of you who may enjoy Overwatch content, you may also have noticed something that I've noticed, which is the fact that, even the prominent content creators of the game aren't posting content where they're enjoying the game. They're posting loss streaks. They're posting cheater reviews. They're posting all of these things that are inherently negative about the game, but it is the only way that they can get content out of the game right now. They're not getting content from enjoying the game. They're not getting content like they used to with back in Overwatch 1, because I loved Overwatch 1. A lot of people don't know that I played Overwatch 1 when it came out on beta. Whenever competitive was first put out, I hit Masters 1 in Overwatch 1 as a Genji player. I love Genji. I am a Genji main until I die, and that character has been butchered since Overwatch 1, but I loved Overwatch 1. The content from Overwatch 1 was hilarious, just doing really stupid shit to get yourself killed, or the big plays of getting, a 4K or a 5K as Pharah or Genji or whatever, the combos that people found out, like Zarya Hanzo combo, but that was whenever the game was great. It was, there weren't a lot of bad decisions that were made back then. Now, granted, is it the same game that it is today? No. Would it have a lot of the same players that it had today? Probably not. Hanzo being able to one-shot, having Scatter Arrow, Widow getting her one-shot back, that would drive a lot of people away. But that was the Overwatch that I knew. And seeing this kind of discourse happen even with the new players wanting Overwatch to go back to 6v6 and wanting Overwatch to have something fresh and new, and then getting a character like Venture that is just overpowered, can one-shot combo every single person in the game, and then you just kind of go underground and become invulnerable, untargetable, is not fun. They just have this obsession with not being able to be targeted, and I don't think anyone enjoys that. I don't think it's fun for anybody. But I'm getting a little bit too far into the rant of why I disconnected myself from Overwatch content. But that's kind of the biggest thing. It's I want to make content on things I enjoy. So, when I enjoy a game, I want to be able to pump out something for it that'll be a lot of fun. I'm making this video this week. I'm thinking about taking the VOD from me playing Thank Goodness You're Here. A very fun, hilarious little game. And just kind of cutting it up and posting it on YouTube here. That way you guys can get that content in your own time instead of having to go find my VOD on Twitch and everything. And Twitch's interface can be a very, very annoying place to run through. So I probably will plan on posting that next week just to give myself some time to edit it, put it together, and post it that way. But that's where I wanted you guys to kind of understand. If you've been a long-time subscriber, you may have seen the sudden shift from posting Overwatch content to suddenly turning around and being like, oh, hey, look, I want to talk about Destiny lore and Destiny stuff. So that's kind of my plans as well for the future, is, if Destiny does start to kind of fall off even for myself, which I highly doubt. I spend so much time reading the pages that they take the time to write out and lore for the weapons that come out. I even spend a lot of time, probably as much as you guys do, watching Bife's videos to help me brush up on things, but also see if he's noticed things that I don't. I participate in the comment section of Bife's videos quite a bit, just to try and see if there's some connections I can help other people make as well. But even at that point, if it does, I'll just continue to post some more videos on things I'm enjoying. Like I've been enjoying Battlefield 1 on the streams lately. I loved coming back to that game. I just missed how 2042 just really missed the mark in terms of a Battlefield game. I just did not and do not enjoy 2042 as much as the other Battlefields. Battlefield 1 has been super refreshing in terms of just the gameplay. And I'm hoping that I can get access to Delta Force here soon, because that looks like just a grand game to go ahead and play. I'm going to be playing some old school games, some old, classics like Alice Madness Returns will be coming on stream soon. So if you want to see me play that, I do plan to probably touch on Deadlock because I got early access to it and couldn't post any, content around it. But now that embargo has been pretty much lifted, and so people who have access can go ahead and play. Now, but with that, it's going to be just me posting what I've been enjoying, and I think that's going to be better for my channel's health overall, is just, yes, every now and again posting some like rage moments. I know a lot of you do enjoy watching me rage, which is a good message for those of you out there who maybe enjoy me getting angry and having a hard time. If you ever see me streaming Overwatch, just jump in. I'm probably having a horrible time. But that's just content for some people, and I'll enjoy, include it here or there. Obviously, if the channel does grow to be a lot larger, as I hope it would, with my consistent uploads and trying to stay on schedule with everything, that hopefully, we'll get to a point where I can do this full time, and then it'll be a good mix of content. Rage, happy, trying out new games that I may not enjoy, trying out some horror games on itch.io and stuff like that if you guys wanted that content as well. I just want to do all forms of content and kind of give you guys a variety that you are happy with and that you'll enjoy and keep coming back to, kind of just hang around. And if some of you are still here from the VR chat days, I genuinely appreciate and love you guys, that you guys staying just subscribed and also coming back to videos since that time where I did have my time in the spotlight and in the limelight, being invited to TwitchCon with Forcible's group, Venerak, Lauren. I'm so glad that Lauren has had, a successful career and everything. Same with Junkrat, Waifu. But, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through thick and thin of having my time in the spotlight in VR chat and, falling off really hard. But I do want to continue doing this and eventually make it full time, just because I do enjoy doing it. It keeps my skills with video editing and, graphic design up to a T throughout life. And so that's my plans for the future. I'm going to continue to trust in Destiny for now. I'm going to kind of let my content follow the flow that it will. I gave you guys some insight on why you don't see some other content like Overwatch. And yeah, I mean, let me know how you guys feel. I'm always open to, beneficial discussion, not so much just attacking one another for having an opinion or not having an opinion, but, I'm always open to seeing how you guys are feeling, what your stance is. Are you swapping off of Destiny? I think that's the biggest conversation to have in the comments down below is, are you moving away from Destiny being your primary game? And let me know why. Is it what I've mentioned in this video with just the downtime between acts in the episodes, or is it just because the episodes and the season model hasn't changed, or is it another reason? I'd love to know those reasons and kind of look at those myself to see if maybe I feel the same way, or, just having kind of more of an idea of how the community is feeling. So make sure to leave that down there for me below. Hopefully this was kind of insightful. Some of you may have wanted to know where I feel, and kind of where I'm at with the current state of Destiny. And yeah, keep an eye out for the Thank Goodness You're Here video that should be coming here soon. And then I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.